Hi, my name is Cam. I'm here with Debbie to discuss the Education Action Plan. So, what is the Education Action Plan?
Okay, well, I sit down over the summer as School Education Director with the Directors of Teaching from the different departments and the language directors. And what we do is we review all of the feedback that we've received over the past year. So, first of all, student feedback, conversations that we've had through the student voice forums, the results of the blue surveys, so the mid-unit surveys and the end-of-unit surveys, and also crucially the NSS, which is the National Student Survey, and that's the thing that our fourth years do at the end of their time with us. And we review all of that feedback together with any input that we've got from staff and also from our external examiners. And we think about the areas where we think there's more to do, where we need to improve the student experience. And on the basis of that, we come up with some action points. We put them together in a monstrous spreadsheet. And that is our Education Action Plan for the rest of that academic year, which I then update with progress as we go along. One way in which I can say that student feedback has really made a difference over the last couple of years is that for a while in the NSS we were being told students didn't feel that the feedback on their work was particularly helpful. They either weren't getting enough of it or it wasn't as helpful to them as they would like in improving their work in future. And so one of the things we've implemented on the back of that, or the Faculty of Arts has implemented on the back of that, is the feedback baseline, which asks staff to think about a certain amount that they write. It asks them to give concrete examples of strengths and weaknesses in that student's individual work, and it asks them to give particular suggestions for how that student can improve, not just on that particular unit, but also going forward in other units as well. And that's one thing that we're very keen to implement more fully this year.
Brilliant. And what are some of the other key points from this action plan?
Well, first of all, implementing that baseline fully across all of our units and all of our programmes. But some of the other things where I hope students will really see a difference this year is streamlining the options process for our joint schools students. So as you know, in School of Modern Languages we have lots of people doing a language with another subject, and that options choice process hasn't always been very harmonious because people have had their SML options and their other subject options at different times. This year we're going to be able to pull those together so that people should be able to see all of their optional units on the same day and make informed choices on that basis. We're also working quite hard to promote skills and employability across the whole programme. That's so that students get more of an idea about what they're getting from their degree other than just their subject knowledge. What else are we doing? We're also looking at creating more social events that celebrate modern languages. So, for example, I was really keen to reintroduce the Year Abroad on Stage, which we had back in December, that show, as a way of showcasing really the benefits of doing modern languages and bringing us all together as a community to celebrate the discipline. So we've also got a School of Modern Languages pub quiz coming up in April, and we've also got an event to mark the Eurovision Song Contest, which I'm really looking forward to. That'll be in May. So those are some of the things that we're doing where I hope students will genuinely see a difference.
Yeah, it sounds very exciting. In terms of like your wider vision for the School of Modern Languages, do you have any key points there that you'd like to work on?
I think one of the things that we all felt as staff, and I'm sure students have felt as well post-pandemic, is that we hadn't all been together as a community for quite a long time, and SMLs was really proud of the sense of community and being together. So we wanted to restore that, hence the social events that we've set up for this year, where we genuinely come together and celebrate the discipline. But we also felt that there was a kind of lack of confidence, if you like, that people had got unused to being together socially, but also being together intellectually, being together and talking about ideas. And communication and collaboration really are at the very heart of our discipline. So I think the main thing that I wanted to do with the Education Action Plan this year is bring people together, enjoy the kind of magic that comes comes about when we're all in the same space and working on our discipline together as staff and students. And try to use that as a way of raising everybody's confidence as well, trying to help people to become independent, autonomous learners in the classroom, but also to enjoy their discipline beyond the classroom as well.
So if students would like to put their voice forward and share their ideas, what route can they take to do this?
Okay, there are quite a lot of those routes actually. One means is to talk to your student reps. Those are all advertised on the Blackboard one-stop shop. Give them your views to take to the student voice meetings for your department or for the school as a whole. It's also possible always to come along to a student voice forum just as a member of the public, so to speak, and raise your concerns from the floor. You know, if you'd rather just come yourself and raise an issue, you can do that as well. People are always free to contact me at debbie.pinfold@bristol.ac.uk. I'm always happy to hear from people. The head of school, Natalie Edwards, is also very happy to hear from students if they've got particular concerns, but also your personal tutors or your unit directors. Sometimes it will depend on the nature of the concern that you've got. If it's something about a specific unit, talk to the unit director early so they can make changes. That's why we also have a mid-unit survey in blue, so that people can look at that mid-unit feedback and think, oh, they want more group work. Fine, we can do more group work in the second half of term. So I think you'll find that all of the staff in the school are very amenable to hearing your views. One of the things we've tried to do this year as well is bring student reps more into staff committees so that they play a direct part in the decision-making processes. Now, up till now, we've had problems with that because the committees don't always happen at the most convenient time for students. But I'm hoping, as we move forward, that we will get more students along to more of these staff meetings so that they can make their voice heard directly where the decisions are made, rather than just hearing about them after the event.
Cool, thank you very much.